Hey everybody, welcome to the Muddy Reviews. Today, we're going to be talking about, not this radio, but we're going to be talking about this headset and this PTT. They are both Z-Tac, and I've had them for a little while, and I never talked about them. So, as I've mentioned periodically on this channel, I had a pretty big setback. I had a substantial injury that required a surgery, and it put me down for a hot minute. But I didn't stop picking stuff up for my hobby I enjoy, nor did I stop picking stuff up that I planned on reviewing for this channel. With that being said, there was numerous things that kind of fell into the memory hole and I guess slipped through the cracks because I was physically unable to do things for a few months, and I totally forgot because there was a bit where I wasn't recording and doing stuff, and then was like, oh shit, totally forgot about that. This is one of those items. So it may seem like this is comms week on Muddy Reviews, but it's not. It just happens to be some more comms items that I forgot to review, and now we're getting around to it. So without further ado, we're going to talk about this Z-Tac CT5? CT5? Yeah, CT5. CT5. And this Z-Tac Bowman style headset, which is with a standard single pin instead of the weird little limo fucking 6-pin bullshit. I hate those. I hate that connector with all of my heart. Do I hate that connector? It's cool, but it only works with a PRR. PRR's cool radios, but they only work with PRRs. But yeah, read about it. Look it up. It sucks. Anyway, getting off on a tangent. So, this is a awesome CT5 replica push-to-talk. This is not my first CT5 I've ever owned. I've had two, count them, two Toy Soldier CT5s. Neither of them have ever worked properly or have worked with any headset I've ever tried them with. Both of them were real deal wired CT5 push-to-talk replicas from Toy Soldier. Both of them were not cheap, and neither of them worked with headsets. I tried them with replica headsets thinking maybe they were accidentally not real wired versions. I tried them with fake headsets thinking, okay, well, they're real headsets. Okay, they are real wired versions, so let's use real headsets. Didn't work. So, when I saw this one from Z-Tac, I was like, oh shit, fuck yeah, I'm going to get that because I still want this CT5 for my my British little Afghanistan recon kit I have. So I jumped on it, got it. It was disappointing that it was for a Baofeng because I like using my TRI radio, but it was all right because in the end, the 152 wasn't the correct radio, and I ended up getting a really nice 148 battery box that actually connects to the Baofeng. So it worked out in the end. Regardless, that's neither here nor there. This is a nice push-to-talk. It functions, unlike the Toy Soldier ones. And again, I'm not disparaging Toy Soldier. I've had a lot of stuff from Toy Soldier that has worked flawlessly. I had their radio, actually. I had their 148. Loved it. Great radio. It lasted for years until it finally just physically disintegrated and broke down because it was plastic. And it took a lot of abuse from me because I'm hard on things. But those PTTs just didn't work for some reason. I don't know why. This one has worked great. This here is your actual PTT button. This here on top is your button you use to go from speaker mic to headset to speaker mic. This button is non-functional. It is a solid resin cast. These connectors are non-functional. They are solid resin cast with little rubber pieces on them that pop off all the fucking time. So I highly recommend, which I'm going to do, I just didn't do it yet, is you super glue these pieces on, So they quit popping the fuck off, because they will pop off at every fucking moment they touch anything. They just boop, pop off. They're a pain in the ass. But they're part of the radio, so I don't, or part of the PTD, so I don't remove them. It's got a nice Kenwood 2-pin down lead, which interfaces perfectly into this Baofeng radio. It's very firm, very solid. There's no wobble, no connection issue there, which I like. This is the Z-Tac Bowman style headset. Biggest complaint I have is this piece here, this little headset piece. I'm gonna replace this with probably a real one if I can get my hands on one anytime soon. It's low on my priority list, but eventually I'm gonna find one on eBay or somewhere, because this thing is garbage. I've had real one, like I said, I've used. Well, I didn't say that actually. Hold on. The reason I was bitching about the limo 6-pins is because I used to use real PRRs, great radios, but you can't use the headset with anything else when it's got that limo down lead, and only plugs in the PRR. And then to use the PRR, you had a little fucking pigtail would come out to the 152. It was just a big to-do. But I like the headset. I actually like the headset a lot. So I've got some experience with the headset and its headband. And the real headband is nice. This headband is not nice. It is trashy. It's garbage. It just doesn't work. It doesn't fit. It doesn't make the headset fit on your head right. And I hate it. So I'm going to replace it. Plug interfaces well with the PTT. Actually really tight. It's got a nice good... see if you can hear that. Let's ready? Hold on. Yeah, nice good click. Good solid click. The boom mic, it's got a good range of motion, good bend to it. It was clear enough. I've got it taped over to have just kind of cover up any of the holes, because I didn't really need it to. I wanted to keep a little more sound within the ear pad itself. This could be better. The ear pad's just not bad, just okay. It'd be nice if it was like a gel. But the speaker is not bad. It's actually pretty clear. I was pleasantly surprised. Usually for these cheap little headsets, the speakers are not the best. But this one was really clear. I was impressed. And the mic, like I said, not bad. My wife said it was clear enough. She could hear me. Said it was a little staticky, is what she was telling me. But I'm not sure if that was the fact of where we were when we were testing, or if it was the speaker itself, or the microphone and then itself, because it was going from this radio to my TRI 152, and she was also going from this to just a handheld and not into a headset. So overall, for the prices I paid, not upset at all. Quality products for what they are, and they look the part, so very happy. If you're looking for a CT5 and similar Recon-y Bowman headset, both from Z-Tac, both definitely worth the money. CT5 gives you that British kit, British look, and best bonus part. Are you ready for this?
Frequency mode.
Hey, it works as a fist mic and as a PTT, which I count as a huge win. So it functions as advertised and as needed. So you can't beat that with a stick. I hope this was a useful review for you. And if you were looking at this Z-Tac-CT5 and the Z-Tac Bowman PRR Recon-y headset, they are definitely worth checking out. Thanks for watching. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments, and I will do my best to answer them. Take care, and as always, get out there and play some Airsoft. You can't beat it. Peace.